Okay, welcome back to Tefilah. Lecha Dodi is where we're holding. Goldie's away in America, so we haven't got her input today. We're missing her. Sure, she'll watch this, so we hope you're having a lovely time over there. Faye's joined us from America, so we've got all sorts of folk here. Jackie from London, Sue from Israel, etc. So we are ready to go. We are in the third stanza of...
Johnny, can I just make one observation before we start?
Yes, go on.
If you notice, every third line, every first three lines of every stanza finish with the same ending. Like the first one is Chalas Dod, the next one is next one is, I don't know. Can you follow me?
No.
Right. If you look,
say again, Jack. Slowly.
The first three lines of every stanza always finish. They rhyme because they always finish with the same ending.
Echad. Neilchan. Yeah, it's a poem.
Yeah,
so
I was saying.
It's a poem, and not all poems rhyme, of course. But this poem does rhyme. You're quite right. It is a poem which rhymes. Okay, so the third stanza begins Mikdash Melech Ir Melucha. Mikdash Melech.
The temple of the king.
Mikdash is not a temple, really. It's a sanctuary.
Sanctuary, yeah.
I mean, a temple. A temple is a sanctuary. Not every sanctuary is a temple. So Mikdash, and it's important here because we're not talking about the Bet Mikdash.
No, we're not.
That's the next word. Ir Melucha. That's the next word, Lionel. Mikdash Melech Ir Melucha.
Sanctuary of the king.
The sanctuary of the king, Ir Melucha,
Yerushalayim,
royal city. Yeah.
I've got in.
What have you got?
Got in Palace, Jerusalem.
Okay.
What after the royal city, regal city.
Regal city. Okay. So it's the sanctuary of the king, and Ir Melucha. The city of kings. Where's the city of kings?
Jerusalem.
Who?
David. No?
Yes, King David had his capital in Jerusalem. How did he acquire that capital?
Did he buy it?
He built it.
And they brought up the that was it when they brought up the
Jeff said he purchased it.
He built it.
Not all of Jerusalem did he purchase. He conquered it, and then he bought the Oren Agoran. He bought the area where the Bet Mikdash was going to be. So you're quite right about that. He did buy that. Right. So Ir Melucha,
and he maintained it with taxes.
The city of kings is talking about Jerusalem. Can everybody mute because I'm getting feedback? Let me just mute everybody. My mute isn't working, so I'm going to ask you all, please, to mute yourself for the moment because I'm getting some feedback. Okay, don't know where the feedback's coming from. Ah, that's better. Right. Okay.
Go forth.
Go out. Yeah.
Go forth.
In what?
Imperative.
It's an imperative. In what gender are we talking? Tse'i.
Feminine, yeah.
Kumi, get up. In feminine, what would it be in the masculine? Kum. And in the tse'i would be? Say. Okay, so we're talking to a woman. We're talking to a feminine entity, let's put it that way. So Mikdash Melech Ir Melucha, we could be talking about Jerusalem itself because Ir is feminine.
Is it Shechina?
Shechina. Shechina is feminine, and we could be talking about we could be talking about the Kala, which is the Jewish people. That's also feminine. So at this stage, we could be talking about Shabbat. We don't quite know what we're talking about yet, but we know it's feminine. Go out, mitoch
We could be
ha-hafecha.
talking about the
Out of
Jewish people.
turbulence.
From the midst of the hafecha.
That's what means to
Lahafoch means upside down.
Upside down.
And
So turbulence.
Turbulence, upheaval. What have you got in your...
Upheaval.
What have you got?
Yeah.
Fears?
That's a very word, wasn't it?
Fears?
I've got
Tears,
people
tears,
saying,
What have you got?
tears.
Overthrow.
Overthrow. Okay. Overthrow. Right. Okay. That'll do.
I've got ruined states.
Ruined state.
We could
Okay.
be talking about the Jewish
Oh.
people.
People. And just read your whole thing in poetic thing, Lionel, because
The other years, often I overthrow, forced by fear. Long as thou dwelt in the valley of tears, now shall cause tenderness several thy ways.
Oy vey's me.
Is that because it's trying?
Okay.
Is it because it's trying to rhyme as well?
Yes, it's yeah. Lionel's got this wonderful siddur, which is got to Lionel with all our best wishes on his bar mitzvah. Okay, this is the Lionel's bar mitzvah siddur, everybody.
Very
Look.
well you.
It was written in 1863.
It's my mitzvah, which is
No,
1873.
it's not true. It's not true. It's the 1959 version of the A Daily Prayer Book
Wait,
of the United Hebrew Congregations of the British Empire. It's the Hertz Siddur. By the way, I'm writing an article this week about the United Synagogue. So yeah, I just
in the JP.
yeah.
It was a
So,
good article last week, by the way.
Next week.
so this is 1959. What year was your bar mitzvah, Lionel? So this was very new. This was a very new siddur when Lionel got it. Yeah, first edition. Right. Never mind that. Shush. So Lionel's 1959 Hertz siddur says, "City of holiness, filled are the years, up from thine overthrow, forth from thy fears. Long hast thou dwelt in the valley of tears. Now shall God's tenderness shepherd thy ways." No wonder people left the Judaism in the early 60s, for goodness sake. Who can understand that? Right. I'm going to ask, what have we got? Have we got a singers knocking around there? Okay, read us the singers. Jeff, read us the singers, please.
Sanctuary of the King, royal city, arise, go forth from your ruined state. Too long have you dwelt in the valley of tears. He will shower compassion on you.
Okay, now let's look at the actual translation, right? Which is not bad, actually, that. Mikdash Melech, the sanctuary of kings, Ir Melucha, the city of the royal city, Kumi, arise, Tzei, go out, Mitoch Haficha, from the midst of your destruction, upheaval, what did you say? Turbulence. Rav Lach. Enough already for you. Where do we see that? We see it in the Torah.
Yeah. I remember, but I can't.
Who says it to whom? You should know this.
Yitzchak
It's in your
says it.
Sedra.
He says Yeshli Rav. Yaakov says Yeshli Kol.
Yeah. Esav says Yeshli Rav, but that's not what we're saying here. Rav Lachem. Where does it say Rav Lachem? It's enough for you. It's in your, yes, Rav Lachem B'nai Levi. Which parsha is that?
Yes, Koirach.
Kairach.
Yeah.
Philip Sedra. Okay. Kairach.
It's not my Zedra. My Zedra.
You are
But
Kairach.
my favorite.
Moshe Rabbeinu says to the B'nai Korach, Rav Lachem B'nai Levi, it's enough for you already, B'nai Levi. You've got enough. yichus. And then what does Korach throws it back at him and he says, Rav Lachem, Lama atam titnasu aleichem. Why are you making yourself bigger upon us? It means it's enough already. It's a lot. Literally, it's a lot for you. It's enough. It's already too much. Shevet, to sit, to dwell.
No, to sit,
shevet,
yeah,
to sit. Be'emek bacha.
in the Valley of Tears.
In the weeping, the Valley of Tears. Now, there is another Emek Habacha in the north. Very good, Barbara. I'm not sure it's exactly called Emek Habacha, but it's called I think it's called
the Valley
Nachal Bechi or something.
No.
Anyway, it's the Valley of Tears.
That's where there was a big battle.
Yes,
in the
exactly.
Yom Kippur War.
Exactly. There's a big battle in the Yom Kippur War up near the Syrian border, and
It's
lost.
Emek Habika. Emek
Emek
Habika.
Habika.
No,
Bika.
not Emek Habika.
That's
that's
No, no,
Kuf
no,
Ayin Hey.
Yeah, that's something completely different.
Habika.
That's
Now this is a battle.
Hey, that's
in the Yom
complete
Kippur
something
War.
completely different. That Bika is a valley, as in
Tears, the
Becca.
Valley of
Be,
Tears.
Bet Kuf Ayin. This is
It's
Bechi,
Emek
as in
Habika.
Bet
Okay.
Kaf Yud.
No, that was the Valley of Tears. Was a big victory for the Israeli armored corps.
Only after we'd lost
Yeah,
a
at the beginning.
lot of men and a lot of tanks.
Yeah.
And it was the Valley of Tears. If you can go up there now, you can visit it. It's now a memorial site. There are all sorts of burnt out tanks there.
Mainly Syrian.
Russian tanks that the Syrians had. Some of ours as well. And it's called the Valley of Tears for obvious reasons. So here, what we're talking about here, we're getting to know now. We said before it could be Shabbat, this feminine personal thing, could be the city of Jerusalem. It could be the Shechina. It's beginning to sound like it's what? Jerusalem, right? Mikdash Melech Ir Melucha, Kumitzi Mitoch Aficha. Arise out of your destruction. When was this written? What year was this written, Lionel? 1540, correct. Almost 1500 years after the destruction of Jerusalem. And we're still mourning Jerusalem. At this point, Jerusalem is still very much in a bad state. And they're up in Sfat, having written, sit down, Philip. Philip, sit down. So Jerusalem's in a hafecha, and they're up there in Sfat, and they're singing to Jerusalem. They're singing to Jerusalem. All our hearts are turned to Jerusalem at all times. So
Johnny,
it's
could this
enough
be a
already. We've
reference-
been sitting in this Valley of Tears. How long have we been sitting in this Valley of Tears for? 1500 years at this point. Vahu
Could this be a reference?
Yachamol, and he will take pity. Yeah? Chemla. Have you heard that word before? Yeah. Chemla, Rabbah, Emunatecha. Chemla means compassion or take pity. Vahu Yachamol. He will take he will take pity or have compassion. Alayich, upon you. Upon who?
The Jewish people.
You feminines.
The
Who's he
Jewish
talking to?
people.
Not the Jewish people. No, he's talking about Jerusalem. Talking about
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem.
Johnny, could this be a-
Alayich chemla. He will, same word, chemla. He will have compassion upon you. This is a
How can a city arise?
on the face of it, this is what?
How can
did you
a
say,
city
Hannah?
arise? How can a city
We
arise?
can't hear you at all. You're very mute. Very.
Quite simple.
Yeah.
Johnny,
Okay. We can't hear very well. It's a bit. What's
Johnny?
it? Right. So Mikdash
Johnny?
Melech Imluch. On the face of it, we're talking. We're talking about Jerusalem. We're talking still in upheaval, and we're praying for Hashem to have mercy on the city. What's that got to do with us? This is Lecha Dodi. This is a prayer which Rav Shlomo Alkabetz wrote to welcome the Shabbat. What in mitten drinnen, as they say, have we got Jerusalem involved for? Right?
Could this not be a reference to?
Maybe there is a 1 second, Jackie. 1 second.
Talking to the exiles, people, the Gullus, saying, go forward from where you've been living in the valley of your tears, and you're coming back to Jerusalem.
So you say he's talking to people?
Yes.
The exiled people.
Someone said it could be, if it's in feminine, the Jewish people.
People, it could be, okay. Oh, so you're saying that's the Kala.
Yeah.
We're talking to the Kala of the Jewish people, as in the Chatan is God and the Kala is Shabbat. Okay, possibly.
No, I think that the Chatan is God and the Kala is the Jewish people. Hello?
Yeah, we can't hear you, Hannah, at all. It's breaking. We can't see you properly and we can't hear something.
Johnny?
No, Jackie
Hello,
didn't want
Johnny?
to say yes. Oh, yes, he did. Right, on second, Lionel. Yes,
Johnny?
Jackie.
Could this not be a reference?
No, we can't hear you at all. It's, I'm afraid the Zoomers are not going to be able to contribute because we can't hear you. I think it must be something to do with the internet here because we can't hear Hannah and we can't hear Jackie.
Now?
Yes, Lionel.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Could this not be a reference to Tisha B'Av, and we've overcome Tisha B'Av?
Yes, we can hear now.
Could this not be a reference to Tisha B'Av, and we've overcome it, and we're now glory and we're happy?
No, we can't hear you. Hopeless. In and out. Sorry. We can't hear. Right. Lionel, try again.
It's saying Jerusalem should rise up, be ready to accept it.
Right. Okay. So there, what we're doing now, I'll just repeat that for everybody. Lionel says, we're asking Jerusalem to rise up to be ready to accept the Shabbat queen. Because when Shabbat comes, it is, what is Shabbat called? Me'ein Olam Haba. Where do we read that? It's in one of the Shabbat Zmirot, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Me'ein Olam Haba. I don't know either which one it's from. It's in one of the Shabbat Zmirot. What does it mean, Me'ein Olam Haba? What does Me'ein mean?
As if it was Olam Haba.
It means it's a taste of. That's a great expression of it. A taste of. What is bracha me'ein shalosh? What is, we say, bracha me'ein shalosh? What would, a bracha which is the taste of three. What would we normally call that? Its real name is brachat me'ein shalosh, but we would call it alamichya, right?
Yeah.
Because, and that is birchot of birchat Hamazon. There are 4 brachot of birchat Hamazon, but only 3 of them are the oraita, as we know. Okay, so birchat me'ein shalosh alamichya is a shortened version or a taste of benching, if you like. So Shabbat is called me'ein olam haba, a taste of olam haba. So Shabbat is like a taste of paradise, as it were, right? And so what will happen when we have Olam Haba, if you say Olam Haba means the Yemot HaMashiach, as opposed to Olam Haba, when you're dead, what happens? Jerusalem will be rebuilt. So if Shabbat is Me'ein Olam Haba, then the idea that Lionel has said that Jerusalem should be rebuilt, should come out of its status of upheaval and should be rebuilt in order to accept the Shabbat, because on Shabbat, it's a taste of what it's going to be like when we have Jerusalem back again. Right?
Johnny, can you hear me now?
Yes, try again.
Could it not be a reference to Tisha B'Av, where we all cried and now we're happy because we've got Yerushalayim back?
but we haven't got Yerushalayim back.
No, but according to the Lecha Dodi, the tears are finished.
No, what the Lecha Dodi is, it's a prayer. The Lecha Dodi is praying that we should have Jerusalem back. It's a request for Hashem to have mercy on Jerusalem. We haven't yet got it back.
Okay.
Now, the other and
Can you hear me?
did that come? One second. Did that come, Lionel? Did that come from your notes there, or did you just make it up from the notes? Okay. So there's another angle I just want to put to this, and somebody mentioned earlier on, I think it might have been Paul, that it was the Shechina, wasn't you? Somebody mentioned the Shechina. Was it you, Jeff? I knew it was coming from that side of the room. Okay, so Jeff said that this was it could be the Shechina. Now, remember, who are these people that are up there in Sfat? Shlomo Alkabetz is with the Ari. They're all mystics. They're all Kabbalists. What is the Kabbalists' biggest deal? The Shechina. The Kabbalists are all about the presence of God. They talk about being able to feel the presence of God. You know, somebody like me who's a completely opposite, who's, Hannah could probably feel the Shechina because she's into all this Kabbalistic stuff. I can't do it. I wish I could, right? But I'm the opposite end of the spectrum. But all these Kabbalists, the Shechina is a big deal for them. So one of the ideas here is that actually what Rav Shlomo Alkabetz is referring to here is the Shechina itself. The Shechina itself is completely intertwined, as it were, with Jerusalem. The Shechina is there in the Beit Mikdash, and it's part of the whole fabric of Jerusalem. And if Jerusalem is in upheaval, the Shechina can't rest, as it were. And so the Shechina, as it were, is in exile. Kadosh Baruch Hu, as it were, when we read this in various places, that when the Bet Mikdash was destroyed and we were sent in exile, the Shechina went into exile with us. And that's a very common Kabbalistic idea, that the Shechina is in exile with the Jewish people for two reasons, really. And they're sort of almost, well, they're complementary and opposite in a way. The Shechina came into exile with us, as it were, to look after us. But on the other hand, the Shechina is in exile, suffering, as it were, in the same way as we are with us. What Rav Alkabetz is doing here is linking Shabbat with national redemption, saying Jerusalem should be rebuilt. God should have mercy on Jerusalem. Jerusalem should be rebuilt. And with that rebuilding of Jerusalem will come two things: the Shabbat HaMalkah and the Shechina. Okay. So
Can you hear me?
Philip, leave them alone. Leave them alone. You're not going to shut them up, so leave them alone.
I couldn't realize where it was coming from. I thought.
So this stanza actually
you hear me?
shifts the focus. This stanza shifts the focus from the cosmic to the historical, right? We're moving from the idea of the Shechina and grounding it in the historical, grounding it in Jerusalem. So we're bringing, as it were, that the Shechina, the Shabbat HaMalkah, we're bringing it down into something concrete. And that's what, and so there's a shift here into something slightly more concrete as opposed to more esoterical.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
Hannah. Try again. We can't hear you very well, but try again.
My take on this is that it's between God and Am Yisrael, and he's talking to Am Yisrael.
No, can't hear you. Sorry, we can't hear you. It's in and out. We can only get every sixth or seventh word.
I wrote in
Right,
the chat.
let's move on to the
I
next
wrote in the
stanza.
chat.
Hitna Ari. You put it in the chat. Okay, let me have a look in the chat. 1 second. The chat says, Hannah says the groom is God, the bride is the Jewish people. Yes. Okay. That was one of the ideas that we had, that the groom is God, the bride is the Jewish people. The bride is also Shabbat Hamalka. Shabbat is the Kala as well. And these are all feminine things. So that's how we started that particular stanza, by saying, well, who is this feminine person? And I think, on the face of it, it's Jerusalem. But underneath the surface, as we said, and it could also be us, the Jewish people, because what is Jerusalem being rebuilt for? For us. No point rebuilding Jerusalem if there's no Jewish people to go there and worship and to be there. So all of those things, and that's the beauty of this, of any poetry, really. The beauty of poetry is the cleverness of is that it can mean different things to different people, and it can mean different things at different times, and it can mean things, and I could never ever get that when I was a kid. I could never understand that. If that's what the author meant, why didn't he bloody well say it? And I remember saying so many times in school, right, I couldn't get it. I did not get that at all. Only when I got a little bit more mature. And this was a problem, by the way, just as an aside. This is a problem with education. It's wasted on the young, right? And one of the problems that I had was that I was ahead of myself in school. I was 2 years ahead. So all my peers in my class were 2 years ahead of me, right? Which meant that I was 2 years more immature than everybody else. And I was, all right, okay, I could cope with the work, and it wasn't I couldn't manage the work, but I didn't have the maturity to understand concepts, both in secular and in Kodesh. I didn't have the maturity to understand Gemara, because I don't believe that you can understand Gemara properly until you're a bit older and you understand concepts better. I certainly didn't understand Shakespeare and Chaucer and all the other rubbish that I had to learn back in the day, right? But I had a double problem, because I was much older, right? And now when you read poetry as an, it's two different worlds. And I now very much appreciate this. I wish I could write poetry. I can't, but and you see this when it can mean so many different things. It's genius. And this particular poem is genius. What do you say, Paul? You're still waiting to be an adult. Okay, well, you stay being young forever. Oh, you'll be young forever. It's a good thing. Right, next stanza. Hit na'ari. Hit na'ari me afar. Afar is
from the dust.
Dust. What's hit na'ari?
Wake up.
Make yourself young from na'ar. Very good. I like that. Hit na'ari. Make yourself young.
Rejuvenate.
Huh? Also feminine. What's your not asking your translation, Lionel. What's your translation in the? We'll go for Art Scroll first. Who's got an Art Scroll? Shake off the dust. Okay, I've got that as well. Shake off the dust. What have you got? Shake off. Okay, so
that means to shake.
Yeah, so the hit air means to shake. To shake. Okay, but I like Lionel's idea of hit na'ar. Na'ar being a young person, and hit na'ar making yourself young. Did you make that up?
Yes.
Very good. Excellent. Huh? You know what a hitpael is? Very good. I really like that. Hit na'ari. Make yourself pick off the dust. What kind of dust are we talking about here?
The dust of the destruction of the temple.
The dust of morning.
I think we are. Afar va'efer. Dust and ashes. We've got some more chat here. A city cannot rise, i.e. move. The Jewish people have been sitting in the valley of tears. God will forgive us. Shake off the dust. Arise. Okay. Shake off the dust. Kumi.
Get up.
Arise. Again in the feminine. So here, who are referring, talking about the people. Now it becomes clear
But
that we're
talking
talking.
also masculine. I'm kadosh. Look,
The word am is maybe masculine, but the Jewish people, the kala, we've already said that. Hannah wrote it in the chat earlier on. The groom is God, the bride is the Jewish people. So if the bride is the Jewish people, in this context, they are feminine. Okay, it's the same in Shir HaShirim, right? Shir HaShirim. The idea is that Kadosh Baruch Hu is
The groom.
the male.
Yeah.
The Jewish people is the female. Is the Dodi.
Yeah.
Okay. So hit na'ari me'afar. Shake off the dust. What do we mean by if you were to just forget all this lot, if you were to just hear that expression, shake off the dust, what would you
Awaken.
get out of your yeah? When do you get dust?
Slumber.
When do you get dust? When do you get dust on stuff?
When you fall asleep.
When it stays still, right? You know, if you don't.
When it stays there a long time.
Yeah, when it stays still for a long time, when you lethargic, that's right. So this is shake yourself down, and that's why I like Lionel's translation, because hits na'ari me'afar, make yourself young again, make yourself into a youth, because this is we want to rejuvenate. Hey, that's a good word, Lionel. Rejuvenate, yeah. Hits na'ari, rejuvenate.
That's what I said. Rejuvenate.
Approaches.
It's not so good then. Hit na'ari me'afar. Rejuvenate, shake off the dust. Kumi, arise. Now we're talking to the Jewish people. Now, what's next? Livshi, dress yourself, or dress. Bigdei tifartech, in the garments of your splendor, right? And the last word in this line, Ami, my people. It tells you clearly who we're talking about here. Hitnari me'afar kumi, shake yourself off from the dust. Arise, my people. Put on your garments of splendor. Now then, just think about this for a... Go on, Barbara. That's what Philip said. Because we are the Kala. The people are the Kala. Remember, we're in a situation here of this relationship with the God as the Chatan and the Jewish people as the Kala. Okay, so here we're talking to the people. Arise, shake off the dust, put on your garments of splendor. When do you change your garments?
For Shabbos.
Shabbat. Okay. When else do you change your garments?
Yontef.
What other scenario, lo aleinu, do you change your garments? At the end of Shiva. The end of Shiva.
The end of the Shiva.
Yeah. I think there's a delay there, because there are, when you finish Shiva, lo aleinu, you get up and you change your clothes. You take off your Shiva clothes and you put back on your clothes, right? So here we've been talking in the previous stanza about what? About Jerusalem being in an upheaval state, and we're praying for it to be restored, as if, as it were, we've finished mourning for Jerusalem. Somebody mentioned, I think it was Jackie earlier on, mentioned Tisha B'Av.
Yeah.
Okay, so there could be here an element of Bigdei Tifartech, definitely your Shabbat clothes, put on your Shabbat clothes, but underneath the surface, there may well also be an idea of taking off your clothes of mourning and putting on your, because we're trying, again, Shabbat is Me'ein Olam Haba. We're welcoming in the Shabbat as a taste of Olam Haba. And we're, again, the imagery is of us shaking ourselves off, shaking the dust off ourselves, rejuvenating ourselves, putting on our clothes of glory. By the way, what else is called Bigdei Tiferet?
Kohanim.
The Kohanim.
Yeah.
The Bigdei Kohanim are called Tiferet, Pe'er. They're called Pe'er.
It means splendor.
Pe'er means splendor. So if the garments of the Kohen Gadol, and of the Kohen in general, especially the Kohen Gadol, are also called Tiferet, what might this big day Tifartech mean also?
Okay.
The Kohanim. When will the Kohanim put on their garments again? When
the temple
Jerusalem is rebuilt and we have a temple again. It fits in with the previous stanza, which we said was about Jerusalem. Get it? Can you see how this is following on one from another, right? This big day Tifartech on the surface, he's just talking about your Shabbos clothes, put on rock, but there's other things here as well. There's this idea of the Shiva clothes coming off and the big day kahuna. So, Ami, my people, do all of these things. Now then, just to confirm, I've got another message here on here. Oh, we're coming to that, Hannah. You're ahead of me. If we are talking about the rebuilding of Jerusalem, which I believe that we were in the last stanza, and if we say B'dei Tifartech might be the B'dei Kahuna, we've already said it. When will that occur? When the temple is rebuilt. When Mashiach comes. Mashiach is Ben Yishai. Al-Yad Ben Yishai. Al-Yad, by the hand of, in other words, through Ben Yishai. Who's Ben Yishai? David. Or his Mashiach. Mashiach. Ben David. Mashiach. Very clear allusion to the Mashiach. Mashiach is Ben David. David is Ben Yishai.
Is this what the Christians took as the sign that the Messiah had to come because of this?
No, this is 15. Okay. Where is Beit Halachmi? Beit Halachmi, right?
Benjamin?
Beit Halachmi is come from
Bethlehem.
Where is Bethlehem?
Nasher.
Huh?
Nasher.
In which what have you got in yours, Beit Halachmi? What have you got translation?
Yehuda.
A Bethlehemite.
Yehuda.
A Bethlehemite.
Bethlehemite.
Right. So what Philistines took this the other way round, I suppose, because this was written a long time after it.
Yeah.
I wonder why it's Beit Halachmi there. Is there some connection here? Well, it comes from the Narim Yafa Kumi is a direct quote. Where do you think it might be from without cheating? Not Shmuel Aleph. Have you cheated? Huh? No? Where do the Christians get all? Isaiah. And which particular chapter do they love the most?
The Valley of the
52.
Dead.
It comes from this
The Valley of the Bones.
this is from Isaiah chapter 52. It's a direct quote. Okay. So here the imagery is that the Jewish people have been long asleep. They've been slumber. Now we're telling, get up from your slumber or your finest clothes, and we're going to have a party. What kind of party does somebody put on a space? And what is Shabbat called? The Kalah. This is another allusion. Big day Tifartech could also mean your wedding clothes, right? Get up, people. Who's the Kalah here? Israel, right? This is God speaking to through Shlomo Alkabitz, as it were, using God's voice. Wakey, wakey, it's wedding time. It's Shabbat. Get on your Shabbat clothes. what are our Shabbat clothes, as it were, really? They are our wedding clothes. Well, one second. What does a Kala wear on her wedding day?
Wedding dress.
It's a
White.
white dress. And what do we tend to wear on Shabbat? White. Shabbat, we wear white, don't we? Maybe not the women, but the men all wear white, the white shirts, right? It's a big deal to wear white shirts on Shabbat. So it's a very strong and strongly held and long-standing minhag to wear white on Shabbat. Wear white. Huh? Purity, correct. That's why a Kala wears it, to show that she's a virgin, right? If you have, and that's also, by the way, why somebody who gets married for the second time, either as a widow or a divorcee, and an indication of virginity, of purity. So we are the Kala in this situation. So this is God saying to us, wakey, wakey, get your wedding kit on. We're going to get married very shortly. Get me to the church on time. It's wedding time. We're going to get married. And when are we going to get properly married? Al Yad Beit Ben Yishai. When the Mashiach comes. Korva el nafshi. What does that mean?
Close to my soul.
Korva el nafshi. Draw near to my soul. Ge'ala. Redemption. So it's all about Mashiach. This is about Mashiach. This is about Mashiach.
Can I ask
One sec. Al Yad Ben Yishai Beit Alachmi Korva el Nafshi Ge'ala. This is all about Mashiach, all about the redemption. The previous verse was about the beginning of redemption. Jerusalem is being told, wakey, wakey, get up from your upheaval. Hashem's going to have mercy on you. And now we're being told it's getting closer. Shabbat is nearly here. Get your wedding kit on. Get your wedding clothes on. We're getting married. Mashiach. So you've got two things here. You've got another angle here of Shabbat being Me'ein Olam Haba. You've got the idea that Shabbat is part of a taste of Mashiach Zeit, right? Messianic times. And of course, these are Kabbalists, and they were all into all of that stuff very much. And so this all fits very much. Yes, Philip.
You say that this was written, Rabbi Al-Kabbas wrote this in the 16th century.
1540.
1540 in Tzfat, yeah? But the question is, this was about the time of the Inquisition, wasn't it?
After the Inquisition.
This was after the Inquisition?
Yeah. Well, if the Inquisition, the Jews had gone from 1492. That's why they all ended up in Tzfat.
So 1492, it's like 50 years.
So this is definitely.
But the Inquisition lasted a long time.
This is definitely. These people were definitely connected with the Inquisition, because all of these Kabbalists that ended up in Tzfat, most of them started off in Spain and Portugal.
Johnny,
one second, Jackie. Jeff.
Was he from Bethlehem, Jesse?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But
so that's just
well, that's where he came from.
At that time, this area in 1540 was under the tutelage, let's say, of the Ottomans already.
And
weren't they persecuted by the Ottomans?
Well, they were Muslims. The Ottomans, but they've run away from the Catholics.
Catholics were worse than.
Excuse my ignorance.
Okay, so clearly, what this is talking about.
Johnny.
Yeah. Yes, Jackie.
Excuse my ignorance. Is Geula not a convert?
No, a convert is a ger.
Oh, I was going to.
Geula is redemption.
I thought we'd redeem our souls from normal to Shabbos mode.
Okay, so you want redemption from weekday into Shabbat.
Yeah.
Okay, that would fit. Korva el nafshi, draw my soul near, redemption. Okay, that would fit. That on Shabbat, our souls are elevated, aren't they? What do we get on Shabbat? We get a neshama
Torah.
yetira. We get an extra neshama, as it were. We're elevated. Well, that's why, by the way, at Havdalah, what do we do at Havdalah? Besamim. We do a bracha on spices. Why? Not to waken us up, no.
Revive us.
To smelling salt. To console us, actually, to console us. Because as Shabbat leaves, so does our neshama yetera, our extra soul. That specialness of Shabbat. And if you are a very spiritual person, or you happen to be in a very spiritual place like Svat for Shabbat, one of Faye, I can see Faye's on here, so one of her favorite places is Svat for Shabbat. Anyone ever been to Svat for Shabbat? It's a very special place. Even a pleb like me can feel it, right? You feel something very special there. And then when Shabbat leaves, that specialness, that extra neshama leaves. And because we're upset about that, we smell these nice smelling things as a consolation. That's what the besamim is about, which is why we don't do besamim at the end of Yom Tov, because we don't get a neshama yetera on Yom Tov, only on Shabbat. So we don't do besamim on the end of Yom Tov, nor do we do eish. We don't do borei meorei ha'esh for a different reason. Why do we do borei meorei ha'esh on Motzei Shabbat? Because Adam created the first fire on Motzei Shabbat, so it's a recognition of that. So we don't do it on Yom Tov, unless it happens to be Motzei Shabbat, because it doesn't fit. So these are all things that we've done for years and perhaps not understood why, and we can understand them as we go along.
It's interesting, Johnny.
With these things. So,
Johnny?
Sorry? Is the one second is the subject of the verb? So yeah. So draw close to my soul, O redemption, if you like, right? Yeah. Again, we've got the gula at the end of the sentence because it does. Otherwise it won't rhyme. But yeah, the meaning is redemption. Draw close to my soul. In other words, it's a request for gula, for redemption, right? Hitna'ari me'afar kumi. Everyone get up, shake yourself off, put on your glad rags, my people. Through Mashiach, Geula will come close to me. That's basically what this is saying. This is a messianic stanza. Okay. And on a personal level. Sorry, Johnny, what are you saying?
I think it's interesting that we omit these stanzas on Yom Tov.
No, sorry, Johnny.
All right, never mind. We don't say these on Yom Tov.
We can't hear what you're saying.
Okay. Give up. It's okay.
Sorry, can't hear what you're saying,
What's
Johnny.
on the chat, Johnny?
On a personal level, every Shabbat is an opportunity for us to shake off all the, what is dust? Rubbish. All the rubbish that we go through in the week that we have to deal with. Our sorrows that we have in the week, work and earning a living, and having to deal with you, and all the things that you have to deal with during the week. I know it's worse on Shabbos, actually. So all of these things on a personal level, it's our opportunity to shake off that dust. And he writes it here. It's a chance to rise from our weekly dust, the exhaustion, the dirt of life, and clothe ourselves in light. It's a nice idea. It's an opportunity for us to rise above.
That's what I do to you on Shabbat.
A particularly difficult week. And Shabbat comes in and you think, oh, Baruch Hashem, for 24 hours, I don't have to think about all that stuff, right? And if you can really do that, 25 hours, yeah. If you can do that, it really does enhance the experience. Of course, nowadays, Johnny says we omit these stanzas on Yom Tov. Maybe that only in Nusach Sfard. Actually, Nusach Ashkenaz, we don't do it at all. We don't do any of them. But in Nusach Sfard, we miss out the middle bit. You're quite right. Could be that's why we miss it out if on Erev Yom Tov. Yeah.
It's the detox.
The detox, yeah, exactly. So it's all the rage now, isn't it? So Shabbat is a weekly detox. People who are not even Jewish, never mind, not from, are now saying, right, we're going to have 24 hours without screens, without telly, without, oh, hello. You think you're so modern. You think, that's a great idea. Nobody thought of that one before. We've been doing it for thousands of years. Thank you very much. I thought that was a nice idea that this lives on a weekly basis. On Shabbat, we put on our finest clothes, not only physical, but also spiritual. We put on our finest spiritual clothes because we leave behind all the other rubbish that is there behind us. We've just got 5 more minutes. We might get one more stanza in. My favorite stanza of all. Hit orari. First thing to notice, again, feminine, right?
First person singular.
Hit orari.
No, it's an imperative.
Okay.
Person.
What kind of word is that, Lionel? Hit pile. See? Huh? Orer. To awake.
Lehitorer, yeah. To awaken.
Air means awake.
Yeah.
Okay. Hit orari. Waken yourself up. Hit orari. Waken yourself up.
Get your act together.
Yeah. Get your act together in modern language. Arouse yourself. Arouse. No, not arouse. No, that probably wouldn't be arouse. Correct, would it? Rouse yourself. What have you got in your poetic one there, Lionel?
Yourself, why not?
Right. That's rude. That's rude. Go on, Lionel. What have you got?
No.
Wake and stir. Okay, wake and stir. Very nice. Okay, wakey. Yeah. What did you say? Get your act together. I like that. Get your act together. Why? Key. Because oreich with an aleph.
You're a guest.
No. Your light. Or eich. Again, feminine. Your feminine. Or there was the orcha, wouldn't it? Oreich. Kiva oreich. Because
the light is coming. Your light.
Why is it not ba? Because or is masculine. It's the oreich. Because your light is coming. Your one probably says, because cometh your light or something. Yeah? What does it say, Lionel? There you go. I'm a poet. For cometh thy light. And that's without looking. That's impressive, that. Maybe I am a poet after all. Kiva oreich. For light. Kumi. Arise. Ori.
My light.
My light. So now your light has become my light. Oh, okay. So, all right. Ori could. Oh, so they've translated it as a verb. Okay, I'm translating. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've translated it as my light. No, I'm saying I've translated it in a different way, and I want to say that the or of your light is now my light because we are now. Partners. We are one. We're coming together.
Yes.
We're coming together as the Chatan and Kala. So, I mean, that's how I read it, and that's without looking at the translation. Hannah says the glory of God is revealed in you. So Oreich and Uri is this connection. So what have I got over here? Kiva Oreich, because your light has come. Now, that is also a direct quote from Yeshayahu. This time, chapter 60, verse 1. Kumi, for your... I don't know what the Hebrew is because I've only got the English here. Arise, shine, for your light has come. So it's a
Wakey, wakey, rise
yeah,
and shine.
wakey, wakey, rise and shine.
Yes.
There you go. Now
That's the army.
the Kumi Ori, Kumi Ori, Uri Shir Daberi. Where's that? That's the next line. So we've not got to that yet. First of all, hit Orari. Why the double expression?
Because you're asleep.
Emphasis.
Because you're asleep.
Emphasis. But it's two things. It's a personal awakening and a national awakening. Okay. So on a personal level, it's, wakey, wakey. But on a national level, remember before we were talking about the Jewish people being ready to put on their finery and go to Jerusalem, which is going to have mercy upon it because it's coming out of its upheaval, right? So this Hitorari is on a personal level and also on a national level. Perhaps that's why there's the double expression. Sure, it's for emphasis. And also, one second, and also it's for scanning as well. You need another word here. I mean, it wouldn't scan otherwise. Yes, Jackie, try and tell us, but
maybe from this verse is where the Kabbalists of today get the saying that unless all the Jewish people keep a mitzvah and keep Shabbos, Mashiach won't come.
Okay, so Jackie says that there is a concept which was immortalized in a Mordechai ben David song. What am I talking about? Just one Shabbos and we'll all be free. Yeah.
No, you could sing that well.
This is two. I would do art scroll. Always has to have an extra one, doesn't it? Yeah. Just one Shabbos and we'll all be free. What does that refer to? And of course, Mordechai ben David was very spiritual guy. Huh? You listen to it on there. Great musician, a very pious man.
No, not
I'm not sure if it's Ger, but and a very, very nice man too.
Yeah.
Just one Shabbos and we'll all be free. Meaning, if all the Jewish people, as Jackie just said, it's brought. I think I could be wrong on this, but I think it's actually brought down in the Gemara that if all the Jews were to keep just one Shabbos,
Mashiach will come.
Well, he says it's two over there in the art scroll, but Mordechai ben David says one, so I'm going with him, right? So just one Shabbos and we'll all be free. Meaning that
I was told three.
Mashiach. You were told three?
I was told three.
Machmir, you must be from Manchester if you're three.
Yeah.
Right? So where are we? So Hitorari, wake up, Kiva Orich, because your light is coming. Light of what? The light of Mashiach, the light of Shabbat. All of these things that we'll be talking about can be applied to every stanza. That's what's so genius about this, right? Kumi, arise, Ori, shine out, if you like it as a verb, or if you prefer my explanation, Uri, my light, your light and my light are now all become one as we join together. And then again, beautiful poetry. And if you are Ashkenaz like we are and you don't pronounce your ayins correctly, then it's even more sort of similar, because the next line says Uri with an ayin. Now, if Ruby was here, he would say Uri.
Wake up.
Uri, right?
Wake up.
Yeah, you'd say your ayins properly. But we Ashkenazim don't do a great job on our ayins. So Hannah says, no, it's the converse. If all of Israel, that's right. If all of Israel keep one Shabbat, Mashiach will reveal himself. Jackie said it the other way. It's the same thing. Jackie says Mashiach won't come unless we all keep one Shabbat. It's not quite the same thing, but it is the converse, quite right. So Uri, what does that mean?
Awaken.
Wake up.
Again, the same word as Hitorari.
Wake
it's not
up.
Uri, my light. It would be if it was an hour.
Wake up.
Yeah, wake up.
Wake up.
Shir Daberi. Shir Daberi. What's Shiur? Song?
Sing my words.
Sing
Yeah.
my Shiur Daberi. Sing my words.
Could be poet.
I've got
Poem.
break out.
Shiur Daberi.
Break out
Mine
in
says
song.
chant a hymn.
Chant a hymn.
Break out in song.
Break out in song. What have you got?
Sing it.
Sing! Exclamation mark.
Poem.
Okay, and what have I got here in my little thing
Well,
here?
I'm just giving up to sing.
I have got arise, arise, shine, wake. Speak a song. Speak a song. Okay.
Yeah.
Sing something.
Now he's got a nice idea. That I'll tell you why he says speak a song. He says speak a song because he says it hints that even our ordinary speech, our dibur on Shabbat, becomes a song because it's elevated. When speech becomes song, song is a higher level than speech. And on Shabbat, ordinary speech becomes elevated. Now, there are people, not you, who don't speak words of unholiness on Shabbat. There are certain people that only speak words of Torah on Shabbat. There are other people who have a tanit dibur on Shabbat. They don't speak at all on Shabbat, and right, also not you, right?
Johnny, it
So,
says,
so
Johnny,
ordinary speech on Shabbat should be elevated. So that's why he said. Speak. What did poem? Yeah, man. Again, poetry is a higher form of a thing. Right. Okay. We're going to
Johnny?
stop there.
Johnny,
We'll do that. We'll do the last line of this the overtime. So we did manage
Johnny,
to do this week 2 3/4 stanzas. That is really
you have to do it for me.
quite an achievement for us. Thank you all. I'm sorry on Zoom that you weren't able to be here. I think it's something to do with the internet here in this room because I had some complaints on Thursday from Matan, who also had difficulty with their internet when they were Zooming.
Recordings we were listening to, we kept going in and out.
Yeah, I think it's something to do with the internet. We'll have to get somebody in to look at it.
Okay.
So I'm sorry that we couldn't hear you on Zoom, but maybe it's an encouraging.
No.
You're over in London, but we'll be very happy to see you either in person or on Zoom next week. Laila Tov,
Please
everyone.
come.
It's Wednesday.
Laila
It's
Tov.
not Wednesday. We can't say Shabbat Shalom. Yeah, we can only say we can still say Shavua Tov though.
Right.